With no parenting manual available, every parent is thrown into the deep end after the birth of a child. But the journey becomes tougher if the child has a disability. With 2 children suffering from autism, the journey has not been easy for Mrs. Sihlenya Shanum. But just like any mother, she chose to look ahead and is walking the autism journey with her 2 sons, Bradley and Daryl.
I had a major challenge in terms of finding appropriate schooling for him. There were no autism-specific schools right about that time. So this meant that I had to enroll my son in the special schools that are there. But unfortunately, he was not able to cope in that particular setting because he had specific things that were required for him. So the result was that we actually found that he was now regressing, and that resulted in me pulling him out. So when we pulled him out of school, I then decided to homeschool him.
From an administrator, Sihle switched careers to become an educationist with a bias towards special education to help her children and other parents like her, giving birth to a private voluntary organization, Safe Haven.
Autism comes with challenges in communication. We've got some children who are completely nonverbal. They are not able to say anything. And then some who present with what is called echolalia, where if I say to you, "What's your name?" you then say back to me, "What's your name?" And then the developmental age as well, that also comes into play. You may find that a child may have chronological age of maybe 10, for example, but they won't be operating at 10. So when you compare that child with his age mates, there will be a difference that will be there.
Offering basic academics and developmental skills for the children who could not fit into the mainstream education system. Her small classes comprising children with moderate to severe autism has indeed offered a safe haven for children who in most cases tend to be misunderstood by society.
I bake quantity, a cake, we take flour and baking powder, soda and salt and eggs and custard sugar and after that we measure the things, baking powder, the eggs, the salt, the soda, everything we measure it.
From a small support group to a private voluntary organization, Safe Haven has managed to transform the lives of many children with autism and is already in the process of registering with the Ministry of Primary and Secondary Education. Abigail Tembo, ZBC News, Harare.